Welcome to our 4-day overlanding adventure on the eastern portion of the Florida Adventure Trail, a route thoughtfully composed by Jon Birkmire and the Sunshine State Adventure Company. This incredible trail takes you through diverse landscapes of Florida, featuring water crossings, challenging sugar, sand traps, and breathtaking views of prairies and lakes. My friends Tony Pinon, James Fernandez from South Florida Overlanding joined me on this exciting journey. Together we tackled the trail's challenges, soaking in its natural beauty, and made unforgettable memories. From the serene lakeside campsites to adrenaline-pumping trail moments, this trip was a true testament to the spirit of overlanding. We can't wait to share it with you.
Well, we're exactly in the spot where the adventure trail starts. I don't know if you guys want to take a quick picture here or you want to just go down the road.
Hey, so we're here at the Georgia-Florida border.
We could take a picture.
Where the Florida Adventure Trail begins. We traveled from South Florida to Georgia to go back. So, here we are. We are officially on a dirt road. Yay, yay. I'm gonna hang back a little bit so I don't get a lot of dust. Yeah, with all this sugar sand, we're definitely gonna have to air down at one point.
Yeah. As soon as you get to a little hard patch here, I want to stop here because you can sink in.
So far, so good. I'm gonna see if we find an area to air down a little bit, and then go for a little bit more until we find an area that has a camping area. To find the camping area before it gets too dark. We're still a couple hours from sundown, so we have plenty of time.
So you want to explain to the viewers why is it that we have to air down the tires?
You want to air down the tires to increase the surface area of the tire that comes in contact with the dirt. And most of the off-road tires have treading on the side, so by airing down, you have that tread making contact with the dirt as well. So it basically increases the surface area of your tire to dirt and gives you better traction.
Excellent.
All right, so we've come across a gate, and basically when you come across a gate that's not locked, always remember to go through, lock it behind you, so that you don't upset landowners. But this one seems to be locked, so I guess we're not going this way. Locked?
Yeah.
All right, well, we gotta find a workaround.
Yeah, let's look on Onyx and see if this road continues that way and if it
All right,
turns up somewhere.
All right, so yeah, we just go around here like this and back onto this. Yeah, so there is a workaround. So this is probably like, these are all logging roads. So,
Yeah.
we just gotta go
Okay.
the way we're going.
Actually, it does, yeah.
and then you just curve to the left
and it goes right.
and back onto the trail.
All right, cool beans.
All right, so we've been on the trail for about an hour. Would you say, Tony, about an hour?
About an hour, more or less, yeah.
Yeah, and now is where we're really getting into the off-road, because we've been off and on dirt roads, but this is the first time that we get like a real off-road track that isn't like a soft sand road. And this.
Okay, we're now inside a wildlife management area.
Yeah, Kiyosawa, do you want to pull over and see if we see a place to camp here, or I mean, not here necessarily, but pull over here. Look.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and find a spot. Let's see what we find.
No, but tell them about what application is used for for camping and stuff like this.
We're using Onyx, and Onyx gives you information on different off-road areas, including this is Osceola Wildlife Management Area. Nearby, and it gives you trails and information, and also if you can record your tracks and share them with others, or see tracks that other people have used. Nice little lake there. And right now we're trying to find a campsite.
I'm recording you.
And I'm recording you,
Okay.
recording
What
me.
brought you?
Ooh, look at that.
Give me that. Thank you, sir.
All right, so let's see.
So this information would not be found in Google, right?
No.
Okay, there we go.
Now someone's taken the time to make this trail, and we can thank him for all the information that's on him.
Yeah, the guy that created this trail's name is Jon Birkmire. It took him 6 years to do this.
Just this particular trail.
Just this particular trail. It's a total of 1,200 miles.
Wow. And all these trails that are they're by private individuals and that actually do the trails. They travel around and they enter in.
Yeah, that's
okay.
right. He said he spent 6 years driving and
Wow.
figuring out the routes and.
Okay, there is a marked campsite here, Sandhill Hut Camp, and it's marked as part of the Florida Adventure Trail.
All right, let's check. I say we hit that.
All right, cool.
Well, there you go,
The
guys.
thing about these WMAs, sometimes they don't allow dispersed camping. You have to camp at a designated
Yeah,
campsite.
and also this is hunting season, so there might be hunters there.
Okay, so here we are on our way to that campground that Gus was looking up on the Onyx app. So lots of trees, very nice. So what are things that when you go camping you're supposed to find out about these campsites, and how do you know where to camp? And of course using the Onyx app helps, but sometimes it could be a little bit difficult up to where you decide where you want to stay, or like where.
Well, the ideal place to stay is designated campsites. Sometimes you can't find a designated campsite, and you don't want to camp on private land without permission. So that's definitely out. So you go to national parks, you go to BLM land, that's Bureau of Land Management land, and the Bureau of Land Management land, you can camp anywhere. It's pretty much out in the open, and everything's open there. Right. So this area, I believe, is a wildlife management area, Florida Wildlife Management Area, and there are certain rules with the wildlife management area. For one, to use the area, you should have a wildlife management stamp, which I do have. I'm not sure if you need it for camping. I know you need it for hunting, but turn here. Well, this is James is running the drone here. He's flying it as we drive through, and hopefully he'll have some really cool footage. All right, so this is our first campsite for the night. Got to figure out where we put the vehicles. Nice little clearing. Don't worry about it, Tony. All right, so morning after, my tent is picked up. Tony still has to do a little pickup.
Gus is too fast. He puts up his tent, cooks at the same time. He's too fast.
And James is all picked up as well, so I'll help you pick up.
Bottom line, I'm the slowest one.
Once
That's what he's trying to say.
once you get the hang of putting those tents up and down, it's pretty easy. It just takes a... Okay, so this is our first official day on the track.
Got some traffic behind me. A white pickup truck.
We camped out overnight. We got here yesterday, camped overnight, and now we are heading out onto the trails. So our adventure begins.
All right, Gus. So what got you into camping?
What got me into camping? I don't know. I first went camping I was like 16 or 17. A friend of mine. My parents were never into camping. They were too busy working. But a friend of mine, Frank, and I, we got little pup tents and we went out to the Everglades. We were like 16 or 17, maybe. Yeah, about 16 or 17. We went into the Everglades, pitched up our pup tents, and spent the night one time. And then we started doing that every once in a while. It was a lot of fun. A lot of times we got soaked because the Everglades are really wet in the marshy areas. It's hard to find a dry area. When you find the dry area, it might be dry when you camp, but in the morning, if it's rained or anything else, you might be in a couple of inches of mud. So it was dirty times, but fun times. We had good times.
What year was that approximately?
84, 85.
They were nice.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay, we got a puddle here. We're gonna go over. And we're gonna warn our guys behind.
All right, you got a big puddle here. So what do you think? Should I go right through the middle? Let me take a look. All right, Tony, why don't you film from out here and then come across to him.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Huh? Yeah. I'm recording you, sir. I'm recording you, recording me. Why are you recording me, sir? All right, here we go. Very nice.
Water came over the hood.
That's how it's done.
o'clock. We're looking for a campsite. We've been looking for a couple hours. There's nothing nearby, but we're still looking. Hopefully we can find something before the sun goes down. It's supposed to go down in about 40 minutes. So
1848.
we're keeping our thing. So we're in Ocala. We're looking for a camping spot. It's 7 o'clock. The sun's gone down, and we'll see what we got. Not sure.
A little bit of a wall on the right side. It's a small one, but it's deep enough to make it bounce.
Gus,
Dímelo. What's up?
talk to me about this campsite situation that we had here.
Well, we are making spaghetti with chicken sauce. So our friend Tony wanted to cut back on the red meat a little bit. Notice my face. So we got chicken instead of beef for the spaghetti. So browning the chicken. Then I'll pour the sauce in, make the noodles, and we'll be ready to eat.
All right, so we finally made it to Ocala National Forest, and we found a campsite. We got here in the dark, so I can't really tell you what the campsite looks like. I know we're near a creek or a river. I will show you in the morning. For now, that's it. Showed you Gus cooking. We're gonna call it a night so we can enjoy our dinner, finish setting up camp, have a drink, smoke a cigar, and call it a night. We'll see you mañana.
In the morning, we were pleased and surprised to be next to this beautiful river that ran through. So I decided to take a swim and refresh myself after a couple days of being on the road. And James was so nice to take these pictures and start calling me River Bear. Well, it's morning time. It's 10:52. Late start today, but we made breakfast, coffee. These guys took a shower. I went in the river. So it was a good morning, refreshing morning. We picked up camp, and now we're on the road. Last night we had some young boys that were up all night.
Partying.
They were fishing and gigging for frogs.
Boys having fun.
Yeah, doing what boys do.
But they kept us up.
Well, you just at that age I was loud and rowdy as well. So
Yep.
you can't be an old grouch now and say, "Oh, you youngins, get quiet." No, they were having fun, and I was actually,
We missed those times, huh?
yeah, I was a little jealous actually. I wanted to run around and go gigging too.
They were having fun.
So all good. We're hitting the trails.
Tip of advice, I
We
think.
got a late start, but we're back on the trail.
Yes, sir. Late start, but back on the trails and having fun.
I guess
I wonder what the Indian name for a big bear swimming in the river is.
we'll come up to.
Is that my new? Is that my Indian name? Bear swims in river.
That's a big QSL. Tony, Google it. Indian name for bear in river.
FYI, we probably cannot say Indian on YouTube, so
Yeah,
we're gonna,
you can.
You can?
Indigenous people, Indian, Seminole.
Seminole,
We're
right?
gonna use a Seminole. We're gonna use a Seminole dictionary to see if we find out what it is.
Well, guess what, folks? I don't have internet.
Wah, wah, wah. Sorry, we'll have to figure that out later. Okay.
Something with these holes, man, you just never know how deep they are.
Yeah, they're deceiving.
Okay, I'm at a large one here. There's floating wood and debris in the middle. So I think I'm gonna try to veer to the left here.
Okay, guess so.
Yeah.
I felt a couple times the tires were like. I felt like I was floating.
Took video of this. Zoom in. I hear like a cat meowing, but I guess like a baby cat. What a pee.
Sometimes you gotta get out and improvise a little bit. I think that's a broken branch. Just swing it out of the way. Give it a good yank. Stopped for lunch and had a delicious lunch there in a mom and pop little country store.
Excellent place.
Very good place. Very good place. Switch seats so that Tony can get some time behind the wheel, so it's not me hogging up all the driving.
And gave you a break.
I'm dying to get back into the seat because I love driving this thing. So, yeah.
I'm not giving you the seat.
So we're moving along Ocala National Forest, and where are we? Trail 3. I think it's
Trail 3 already? Wow.
No, 33, 133, 33. Forest Trail 33 is the trail that we're actually on.
All right.
The road.
We have selected a campsite for the night. Hopkins Prairie it's called, and it's a nice big area, plenty of room for vehicles. And there, take a look at the prairie. Setting up the bivvy. Some things need to be set up first, I guess.
Alright, I have my radio set up. My Zygu G90, 20 watt. I have my antenna set up over here. My transformers right here, my 4-to-1 on. You can see my ground plane. I have 5 radials going out that way. Then I have my antenna wire. It's 29 feet going diagonally up into this tree. So it's stretched out, but at an angle, diagonal. Like at a 45 degree. And I'm going to try doing a little a radio play. Alright, so our campsite is set up. We have Tony here with his tent, perfectly placed between trees so no branches fall on him. Good call on looking for widowmakers. Here's a table where we're going to be prepping food, maybe cooking a little food later on, maybe some steaks. We got plenty of firewood. Our fire's going. Got plenty of coals for cooking already. Here's my tent right here. I got no widowmakers, but under a nice tree. And James, of course, has his rooftop tent. We have our bivvy set over there, away from the tent so we don't smell it. Have my radio set up so I can communicate. And we're gonna sit over here and just look at the beautiful prairie.
This one.
This chair's even better when you get your feet up here.
I bet. It's like zero gravity, huh?
Yeah.
What was today? Today's what, Thursday?
Sugar sand here.
Sunday.
Today's Sunday, the third day? Yeah, we said Friday, yeah. So, Sunday, the last day of trail riding. We will be camping tonight again, and then Monday morning we'll head home.
Very
So,
nice. Wow, this is beautiful right here.
yeah, there's definitely some beautiful areas here.
Nice.
Just a nice wetland area.
On our path, it's made of sand.
Yep, sugar sand, baby.
Sugar sand.
stuck.
How you doing there, Gus?
Good, bro.
Part of the job?
Eh?
Part of the job?
Yep.
Got it connected?
Yeah.
In case it snaps, it doesn't cut the
Doesn't come
camera
swinging back.
man heads off. Oh yeah.
If you don't get in, you're gonna get stuck.
That's true.
Okay, we come across a little mud pit here that Tony got off to go film us going across it. I can't tell from here how good or bad it is. We'll find out soon enough.
Go for it, Gus. Go for it.
Gus, second recovery of the day, and you got to use your winch.
I know, man.
How does it feel?
Finally. Paid off.
See, what you don't know is that Gus told me once when I said, oh, we should go try that Florida Adventure Trail. He told me, I don't have a winch, and I'm not going to do that in Florida without a winch.
Fact.
So what did he do? He went out and bought himself a winch. What happened here?
It wouldn't be a trip if I didn't get a flat tire. That seems to be the my mode of operandi.
River Bear, flat tire.
At least one flat tire per trip.
Much to true to form, I don't get a flat, but I got a bead that's got dirt in it from a mud hole that we hit back there, and I'm losing air, and down to 10 psi on the tire, so I'm going to go try to fill it up again, and then keep going from there, I guess.
1 hour later.
Here at Tire Kingdom, getting my front tire rebeaded, cleaned out, rebeaded, so hopefully that's all it is. Thank you, Tire Kingdom, for taking care of me. Well, we're here at the final campsite on our trip because we'll be heading home today. Boys are eating chow. It's an overcast morning, but it's been a wonderful trip. The weather's been perfect for us. We've been very lucky, and we've had a good time. A couple hiccups here and there, a little fun getting unstuck, little problems with my tire, but other than that, the trip was amazing. The trails were fun, varied, some sand, some mud, some water. Overall, we had a great time.
Yes, we have.
And what's the name of the outfit that put this trail together there, James?
Jon Birkmire with the Sunshine State Adventure Company.
There you go. Give them a holler. Get the download the coordinates for the trail. He put a lot of time and effort into putting it together, and he's done an amazing job. All right, camp is picked up. We're washing off so we don't smell terrible in the trucks on the way back with this nice spray bottle that Tony brought along. Great idea. We're picked up. We're gonna put this fire out, and we cleaned up some of the rubbish that was here. Always try to leave the campsite a little cleaner than when you got it, so that the next person can enjoy without being disgusted like we were. So thanks again. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Happy out overlanding.
Thank you.